Wow. Did you shake anything? Wait, which this one are we? From beginning. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of the Roundtable, where we talk about everything affecting us, human relationships, entertainment, politics, sports, and name it and whatnot. So today's topic is a very peculiar topic. We are talking about something that bothers people. Relationships, of course, human relationships cannot be overemphasized. It's crucial. It's an integral part of our existence here on Earth. We must get into relationships. You have to get into relationships to get married eventually. And of course, people get into relationships for different reasons. But in those relationships, it's necessary. We often hear the topic of boundaries, and that's what we are talking about today. Boundaries. What are they in relationships, and how can we set boundaries in relationships? That's what we are talking about today. And boundaries can be tricky, It's important that people establish boundaries, but it can be tricky. It could destroy relationships, or it could, on the other hand, save relationships. Of course, to discuss this topic with me this morning, I've got two very beautiful ladies to talk about this today. Of course, I've got Bambi. Bambi, I'll let you do the introductions yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bambi Blessing Ijoma.
Bambi Blessing Ijoma. Who is Bambi Blessing Ijoma? Just Bambi Blessing Ijoma. Okay. And of course, I've got Ezinne.
Hello, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here today.
Of course, thank you for joining us. Right. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of why we are here today. Relationships, boundaries in relationships. It's a very tricky topic. Yeah. But I'll start with you. What do we mean by boundaries in relationships? What exactly are boundaries in relationships, and why are they essential? I feel when you're in a relationship with someone, the question of boundaries should be very, very limited. But if boundaries are so important in a relationship, what exactly are they, and why are they important?
Okay, actually, thanks for the question.
Yeah.
There are boundaries also in the relationship.
Yeah. What do we mean by boundaries in relationships?
Okay. According to my understanding, boundaries are limitations in a relationship, be it a family relationship, be it a dating relationship, any kind of relationship. Limitations, things that you shouldn't cross.
Yeah.
Someone's privacy.
Yeah.
Yes, these are boundaries that should be handled in relationship.
So basically limitations that...
Yes,
limitations, yeah.
Are boundaries.
All right, thank you. Bambi, in your opinion, what are boundaries in relationships?
Well, to me, I feel boundaries are establishing a very clear, I use the word clear limits to how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
How you want your relationship to go, how you want it to be like. It could be a romantic kind of relationship you're in. It could be a professional relationship. It could be a family relationship, whatever relationship it is.
For the context of today, let's limit it to romantic relationships.
Okay. So it's how you want to be treated in your relationship. Whatever relationship you are in, since it's a romantic relationship, what I want and what I do not want in that relationship. So you establish a clear limit, boundaries that this partner of yours should not cross. So, all right. I think
so. These are these are limitations that a partner shouldn't cross with each other. All right, limits. I'm gonna be hitting you guys soon with some reservations that I have. So, when we speak of boundaries in relationship, how can couples identify which boundaries to set, and why are these boundaries even needed? Isn't it?
Yeah, they're essentially needed to maintain a mutual relationship, to maintain a peaceful, a healthy relationship. Because without these boundaries, honestly speaking, there's not gonna be a mutual relationship.
It's mutual. You guys, it was mutual the moment you guys agreed to get into that relationship with each other, right? So you agree to share parts of yourself sometimes if not for the rest of your lives, but at least you got into that relationship to like be together, you know, it's already mutual at that point. And when it's mutual at that point, you should share everything, right? So when we start talking about boundaries, what are these boundaries? What are examples of these boundaries? Yeah, Bambi.
Well, I think before getting involved into a relationship, you have what is called a talking stage.
Yeah.
Yes. So this talking stage enables you to get to know your partner.
Mm.
You can go into a relationship without knowing the person.
Mm.
So that's why you don't jump into it. You get to know. And in the talking stage, you ask yourself questions. What would you like? What you don't like? How would you want to be treated? Would you be comfortable if I go through your phone, if I share it to
hang out with my male friends?
Exactly. So many questions like that.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable if I have a bestie or not?
Oh, God.
You explain all those kind of things,
Yeah.
and see if that person is comfortable or not with it. So that way you get to know who you're getting involved with.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's someone you can manage, then you get into the relationship. And if someone you feel you can't not manage, then you step out on time.
Yeah.
So you don't say you get into something and you later regret it. Because why? He crossed his boundary when the boundaries was not made at the initial stage when it was supposed to.
Yeah.
And everyone just jumped into it. So for later regret, it's good you have that talking stage. What would you like? How do you like to be treated? What are your likes and your dislikes? What made your last relationship not to work? Okay, would you be comfortable if I do this or do that?
So boundaries, are you saying that boundaries will be discussed at the initial stage?
Yes, it should be discussed at the initial stage, because you cannot be in a relationship already and then maybe he does something.
Are you saying
from him?
Are you saying during the talking stage, I can tell the person I want to get into a relationship with that I'm not comfortable with you going through my phone during the talking stage?
Exactly. You can just jokingly say, I don't get really
jokingly.
Yes,
that's the problem.
But just make sure you actually align this prospect. So when the person cross that part, like I told you from the initial time, I don't feel comfortable with you doing this. It might actually be a very serious conversation, but it's good to have that conversation from the initial stage, so you don't cross it.
Okay. I totally understand, but from what you said, I'll get back to you. You better get ready for me because I'm coming back to ask questions. Isn't there?
Yeah.
She has mentioned some examples of boundaries she feels couples should set in a relationship. They should talk about it at those beginning stages. I want to know if you share the same opinion. What are some of examples of boundaries? What are these? Should boundaries be discussed at the beginning of relationships, or along the line while you guys get to know each other, you find out which boundaries each person should not cross?
Well, according to her opinions are not that bad.
Yeah.
Some boundaries, not all boundaries, should be discussed before the relationship. Yeah.
For example,
like in terms of going through the phone, maybe the first day you saw the person or the second day you saw, like, look at what I like or I don't like person going through my phone. No, it's not done that way. Maybe along the line, it might be like, maybe honestly speaking, I love my phone. I don't like someone. If you want to go through my phone, just please tell me. I will openly give it to you. But coming through it just like that without my permission.
Would you openly give your partner your phone?
If he asks, I will. But him taking it without my permission, or like going through it, or want to forcefully, like for instance.
Forcefully.
Yes. I might be asleep, for instance. My partner might be like, if it is a phone that has a thumbprint, maybe using my phone, want to complete it. It's a forceful action. It shouldn't be taken. He or she is crossing his boundary. Yes, be it the female, be it the male, person is crossing.
Mention some of these, but there's a reason. Mention some of these boundaries you feel should be discussed.
Before or after?
Either before or like after.
Okay. Let's say like having besties. Might be like, baby, seriously, I'm a kind of person, I'm a jovial person. This should be discussed before. I'm a jovial person. Like I have a lot of besties. I love playing. Why not limit some of the friends? Maybe not too much or not often because I'm a jealous type. Because you guys are often jealous. Yeah, you guys are jealous. So
That's that. I don't want to start asking questions that are not part of.
No
What do you
problem.
mean? What do you mean? They're often. How would you have male friends?
That's what they often say. I'm
Oh my
a
God.
jealous type. I'm a jealous type. So he might be like, okay, no problem, but please do this, do it this way, or do it this way, which I'll accept if it's good to me. So I think these are boundaries that should be discussed before accepting such a relationship.
Okay. So before I come back to you again, Bambi, what are some of the challenges that couples face when trying to establish boundaries in relationships? What are some common challenges they face?
Challenges they face.
Yeah, of course, there needs to be, that there needs that unacceptability of, no, why should you tell me to do this? Who told you can tell me to do this? I mean, why are you telling me not to keep male friends? Why are you telling me that I should do this thing this way? Why are you telling me that I must cover the toilet seat after? I mean, but what are some of the challenges? I'm just giving an example. What are some challenges they face when trying to establish boundaries, especially when these boundaries have not been discussed prior to the relationship?
That was exactly what I was saying from the initial stage.
Yeah.
There's a stalking stage in everything. So
in a situation where that talking stage, okay, you didn't talk about all of that in the talking stage.
Okay.
And then when you get into the relationship, you find out that, oh yeah, I can't really tolerate this and this person. How do I talk to this person about it? So in that moment, there's bound to be challenges, right?
Yes. But are you getting involved with a partner you're scared of talking to?
That shouldn't be the case, yeah.
Exactly. So you should be able to be free to speak to your partner. Maybe during the relationship, you actually notice some things. You easily have conversations.
Yeah.
But mind you should mind the way you table those relationships to the person.
Yeah.
You should be able to have known your partner for at least a period of time to be able to know how to talk to him and how to tackle him. You can be inside together having a conversation, like just bring it up as a joke. Maybe, okay, see, you brush on the instead of using
the sink,
you're using I don't like it. Okay, you this naughty boy, just add something spicy to it.
It's nothing more. You could take it as a joke and do it again, and then inside you're burning and angry and boiling, and you wouldn't say anything.
No, you can't say you're boiling and you wouldn't say anything. You have to speak up.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's involves relationship. Since it's not marriage yet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a relationship. You tend to speak up.
Yeah. Okay. Personally, do you have a problem with your partner going through your phone?
I really do not have a problem with that. As far as the both of us have consent to it.
Yeah.
I give him the permission to it. You can go through. You don't feel
he's being insecure by wanting to go through your phone?
Everybody's insecure. Everybody's jealous. I can't go through his phone and I'm finding something funny that I don't like and I won't get jealous about, except I don't love the person.
Yeah.
So obviously, asking you to giving you the space is for you to have that trust. And trust is not built on a day.
Yeah.
It's built over time.
Yeah.
So he needs to get comfortable around me to be like, okay, I know she's not doing it. Because most times guys too will overlook. They won't even want, it's we girls that feel so insecure, want to go through, see who is chatting with and all that. You hardly see a guy when he's like, I love this girl and I trust her. Want to start going to that extreme. Just know you're dating a baby. So you should be able to even differentiate when you're dating a man and when you're doing a boy. Actions speaks louder than words. So obviously you need to be very careful on who your partner is.
Is this mentality not some sort of it gives this lack of accountability, say, okay, I'm not saying this is you, but say multiple guys are talking to you, yeah?
Yeah.
And your partner noticed this pattern. And he decides to go through your phone. You think he's a baby?
Funny enough, when you have people like different guys being on your DM, sometimes I actually discuss it with my partner. Like, I met somebody today. Funny, look, this is what happened, and the conversations we had.
Are these the ones you don't like? You talk to him about.
So why you now did?
It's the ones you don't like now.
So what
yeah, this guy might have a chance. This guy looks good. Let me just.
Okay, so you're dating somebody for fun.
That's not what I'm saying.
But
these things happen. These things happen. I'm not saying this is my situation. But I'm just saying this thing. No, these things happen actually. You just.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, you just speak about those you don't like, and those ones they actually like. They shield them. Let me just keep this one as a backup plan. Who is it? Is it that let me throw the same question. The same question I threw to her. Do you have a problem with your partner going through your phone?
Well, actually, not really. Why I said not really.
Yeah.
At least I should give him that permission first.
Oh, you want that permission first?
Yes. He'd be like, baby, please come and open your phone. I want to check something. Fine. I'll open it up for him. But him wanting to go through it without my permission, honestly, it's not allowed. It's my privacy, so it's not allowed.
Your privacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to have privacy.
Same goes with him, because I believe that him too, because there might be a lot of things he will find in my phone, and he might think otherwise.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, some names I use in saving someone's number. Like, for instance, my mom, I use the word most loving. Most loving. Fine. If he doesn't know that this is my mom's contact, it might bring up an issue. Maybe, who is this person? What kind of name is this? Most loving. That means you're having another, maybe without even wanting me to speak up.
You're suspend.
Yeah.
You tell no, this is my mom. It's nothing.
It's nothing. But at that particular moment, or fine, if he's a kind of guy that doesn't speak up, he had that in his mind.
Yeah.
Start monitoring me. From that aspect, he has started monitoring me. If I should laugh with any guy or any male around, he'd be like, seems it's this particular person.
I might see your baby, or have you found out?
So those kind of things, these are some of the reasons why you shouldn't just go unawares. These are some of the reasons. At least I should tell you, go, or that's it.
So we've been speaking about boundaries and whatnot. So in a situation where you clearly set boundaries and your partner seems to have a problem with keeping to those boundaries, what would you do? Happy.
If
they have a problem with respecting the boundaries you've set,
then you leave.
Leave. You just leave.
Yes, when you've spoken to the person, you've tried to initiate a conversation. This wasn't the initial agreement, because it's an agreement between you people before you started the thing. Or over time, the agreement was built. So why are you deviating? Why are you saying you can keep up with it? I'm not doing something deviating from what you asked me.
Do you just leave? You love this person.
You love plenty of people.
You love plenty of people. I thought about your parents. You love plenty of people.
You don't have family. You don't love them.
Okay.
But I feel after so much conversations in regards to it, and the person isn't still abiding to it, then for your own mental health, your own safety, just step out. I know it's hot, but just step out.
Okay.
Can you imagine it sounds heartbreaking. So In your own opinion, yeah. How do you
Well,
handle this situation where your partner cannot clearly respect the boundaries you've set?
well, it depends on the kind of boundary.
Hmm.
Yes, living shouldn't be the solution. Okay, for instance, like I said, I don't like my partner going through my phone without my permission. If that will solve the case, for the fact that I'm not holding anything, as in I'm not hiding anything, I'm not going contrary to our agreement based on being together as one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can say, okay, fine, but look and look.
Yeah.
Don't use anything you find there against me. You understand?
I
Anything
don't
you find
understand.
there, like I said, wisdom. It's hot, quite right. But I love my partner more than my bestie. So if I should talk to him, if I should speak to him, no, trying to negotiate some certain things, and he insists, fine, I'll have to cut.
Oh,
I have to cut him off.
our bestie.
And
I hope you're watching.
my bestie, I also have to tell him maybe like let's limit our conversation, you know. At least my bestie should understand. I'll be like, you know, I'm married now, or I'm engaged. So please, I'll be the one calling you. Don't call me.
That sounds very fishy.
No,
That sounds very fishy.
because we are friends. I will be the one calling.
Don't call me. Don't call me.
Please don't call me.
It will be suspicious. Let me call you only when he's not around. That's why it's
No, I never
sounding like.
said so.
That's what it sounding like.
I never said so. I never said when he is not around. I never said when he's not around. I can call him at my leisure. So, but him calling me, I'll tell him. I'll ban that aspect of.
So you feel you can call him anytime you want, and he can call you anytime he wants. Is that fair?
Yeah, it's fair because there's nothing going between both of us.
He can't call you when he wants, but you can call him anytime you want.
He should understand. If you're my bestie, won't you?
No.
You want to understand?
No. Bambi, I'm throwing the same bestie question to you. Do you have a bestie, male bestie?
No, not specifically.
Okay, but you just have friends.
Yes, I have. My best is my sister.
Sister, so no male bestie, yeah.
I can say, hey, bestie, but it doesn't mean I can't do without him. Yes, so if I'm in a relationship, he knows. So you should know
exactly
what to do and what not to do.
Exactly.
So it's not something I would say it's somebody I cannot do without.
Exactly.
Everybody has limits.
Yeah, there should be boundaries.
Exactly.
Exactly. Limits. So there are people he can call me now and I'm like, hey, I'm busy or I'm my boyfriend. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you cut. So it's not something you say we're too attached and then I can't call you and I'll tell you, please don't call me. I don't want those ones.
Okay.
I can't age for those ones.
Okay.
Okay. Now, on the final note, just quickly before we leave the studio, how should couples handle differences in their expectations about personal space, privacy, or social connections? You know, there should be personal space in relationships, yeah. So in that situation, handling your personal space, no, I don't like getting. There are people that want to sleep in different rooms. Yeah. And maybe you are not comfortable sleeping in. You can't even imagine the idea of sleeping in different rooms. You can, yeah. So how do you handle people like this? Sometimes they just want to be in their own rooms. You know, I want to walk. You know, have your own room. Maybe occasionally I come to your. They want to have their own room.
I can give you the space to walk. You have something doing fine. No problem. You can't jump. You have a different room. I don't understand why.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I give you space. You want, I have a meeting, something is going on urgent. Fine.
Yeah.
Go do your thing. When you're done, you come. Which one is you want to have a different room? At this man.
Like this, man. You share the same opinion.
Yes, I do. Because in that aspect too, if in terms of work, fine. But most of the times, what brings up going out of the room, of the matrimonial room, like maybe your spouse got you pissed off, maybe like, I'm not gonna sleep here in the room. Maybe you just want to go to the other room and stay on your own. Maybe you're expecting him to come and maybe, oh yeah, baby, come, let's go to the room. You know, these are kind of aspects that can trigger the other partner leaving the room or wanting to stay alone. But apart from these two, work and annoyance, what else that will make him to go to the other room? He's not done. He's not.
He's not. He just wants space for like
tired
for like 2 months. He just wants space for like 2 months.
There must be something that caused that. There must be something.
All right, we've been talking about boundaries in relationships. How can we set healthy boundaries in relationships, in romantic relationships? You know, do you think it's important for couples to set those boundaries in relationships? Sometimes these boundaries could be tricky. You know, they could end up, you know, breaking the walls of relationship, making relationships to tear apart and all of that. So join the conversations on all of our social media handles, on YouTube, Diaspora Digital Media, on Instagram, and of course on Facebook. Tell us your thoughts in the comment section, and of course we'll be reading a whole lot of your comments. And ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of today's edition of the Roundtable on DTM. It's been an interesting conversation this morning, but this afternoon, of course, discussing about relationships. What is it like in your relationships? Do you think it's important to set boundaries in your relationship? And to what extent should these boundaries be set? Tell us your thoughts in the comments. And I've been having this very interesting conversation, of course, with two beautiful ladies in the house, Miss Bambi and Miss S in there. Thank you, ladies, for joining the program. And it's a wrap on today's edition. My name is Emmanuel, and of course, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Sorry.
You talk about this religion.
Yeah. Why? I would have loved to talk about it.
Yeah, I would too.
Because
change of religion.
Because of our church.
Change of religion. As in, not really. As in, if you're married and your partner wants to be like, partner start going to a church without you knowing.
No.